I'm Bob the Cigar Guy. This is Traveler's Rest, South Carolina, and I have been whisked away by one of those big ships for an 8-day cruise. That's right. We don't see land in sight, and we don't want to because we are on day 4 of smoking through the Adventura collection. This is the Captain's collection right here, and this is amazing. Something you're going to want to get a hold of. Why? Because this is, let me put this up because I done printed it. I might as well put it, the Adventura Captain's collection, but it has in it 8 amazing cigars: the Explorer, the Navigator, the Conqueror, today's Royal Return Queen's Pearls, the Royal Return King's Gold, the Barbaroja's Invasion, the Blue Eyed Jack's Return, and then the not ever been released except in this box, Blackfin's Parlay. That's right. The whole gamut of all things Adventura are in this one box. But if you smoke the 7 and you're waiting on the 8, you say, well, I smoked 7, I'll just wait on the other one. No, 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 no. I beg to differ, because you've never had any of the cigars in this box unless you've had this box. Why? Because we're going to talk about exclusive, right? Exclusive, I told it's a 5x52 box press Bellicoso. You want to learn why they did a box press Bellicoso? Check out the Puffery podcast and the Adventura Pirates Facebook group. If you check out the Puffery podcast and you find the one that talks about the Captain's Sampler, you're going to learn all sorts of stuff from Henderson, Marcel, and Nicole as they talk about the box pressiness, the cigariness, the deliciousness, the everything elsiness, and all of that stuff. But I want to get into this cigar. Now, this is a metal band. I love that. It's this thin tin aluminum, whatever it is, but this is a metal band, and it just adds to the elegance. And this is the lightest of the 8. That is for sure. The Royal Returns Queen Pearls, Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper, Ecuadorian Connecticut binder, and then the filler is Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and Nicaragua. And so I'm wondering, I mean, that blend does not look that dark. It's got some darkness to it, right? It does. It does. But I wonder if this is a shade or a shade plus. Is this something that is going to grab you and swashbuckle you, or is this just going to rock you to sleep like the waves on a very calm ocean? I don't know, but I will when I put fire to it, because I have never smoked this cigar. Now, my friend Sammy Flo, he loves the metal bands. Adventura Barber and Cigar, my good man. He loves the metal bands, and so I know he has smoked through these like a pirate, like a fiend, like a swashbuckler, like a buccaneer, right? All those piratey things. That's all I know, other than the Disney ride, right? Pirates of the Caribbean. Mm. Oh my! All right. So, but what? How do you spell this? So, that's called Stop Bob's Brain, which isn't that big of a train to stop. But I've done the Explorer, I've done the Navigator, I've done the Conqueror, and now I'm into a totally different experience. God dang it. I did not, I didn't get started into Adventura till late in the game. And boy, howdy, I am learning that I have missed so much. Oh my gosh. Mm. Look at that smoke. Wow. This, the first quarter inch. Wow. This is presenting itself as a shade. This is not a golf shade. A golf shade for people who go golfing, hardly ever smoke cigars, want to smoke cigars around the golf course. And what they do, they grab the lighter cigars, and they usually grab the cheaper cigars because they don't smoke cigars very often. They are not cigar smokers. They smoke cigars, right? Difference. We're cigar smokers because we dive into it. We are like the foodies, right? The food people and the wine people and the coffee people. We're the cigar people, and we find the nuances and the subtleties, and we enjoy the experience as well as the blends, and we don't tolerate just somebody slapping something together. And a lot of golf cigars that are inexpensive are usually big and usually very mild and very mellow and very simple. This is mild and mellow, but it is not simple. There's a I I hesitated the word complexity because I'm not going to say it's complex, but it's not simple. It's clean. Number one, the flavors present themselves very well. They do. They're ever present. Um, there's a creamy toasty, that is for sure. There's a little bit of cocoa. There's a little bit of hmm, a little bit of grassiness, just a hint. A little bit of turned earth. I want to say leathers, but I don't want to say leathers because it has that. Oh, wait. Something showed up to the party. Hang on. Stop the presses. Mm. I put that up to distract you while I quit being Bob the Cigar Guy and took a moment as Bob the Cigar Smoker just to experience this because there is a slight aggression that runs across your tongue. There's a little bit of grit and gravel coming in. Still not complex, but definitely not boring. This is going to get your attention. This is, if you're a cigar smoker, I could see this as a morning cigar. I could see this as a last night cigar. This is interesting. The finish, I just got done doing the Conqueror, and there was a little bit of aggression on the finish. More on the, let me look at my notes. The Navigator. All right, but there's a little bit more aggression than that, but it's not something I'm reaching to grab something to drink, but it does make me want to puff the cigar again. It is all right, that's cool. Henderson, boy howdy. What you do, Bubba? It's magic. It gives you a fullness, but in a light presentation. This gives you a depth, but this is your finish cigar. This is a cigar at the end of the night. You're like hanging out with my friends, like Jay Bates, a good friend of mine, Jay Bates, and when we get to hang out together, we don't want to leave because we don't see each other very often. So, we'll grab one more cigar and say, "Hey, you want to just smoke one more cigar?" Yeah, I'll smoke one more cigar. So this will be a cigar that I would grab to smoke because it just finishes the day. It's just a nightcap, or it's a morning cigar. I get up in the morning and I'm going to be smoking all day because why not? I have them, I'll smoke them. I want to. So if I have the time, excuse me, I'll puff all day. This will be something to say, okay, I'm going to get into a full day and I'm going to start my day off with a cup of coffee in this. Oh, man, I bet this would go amazing with a good cup of coffee, espresso. Ooh, maybe a French press. Oh my gosh. An Ethiopian French press? Sorry. Sorry. It's a cigar thing, not a coffee thing. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I got layers. I got levels. Oh my gosh. So, wow. I had no clue. It's like the first time you eat pizza. You're a grown person, you never had pizza. And you take a bite of pizza, you're like, I have not eaten pizza in my whole life. Why have I not eaten pizza in my whole life? Man, I love pizza. Man, my life is now elevated to another level. And this is, I shy away from shade cigars. Not this one. Not a shade plus, but good. Oh my goodness. So I got on here the Puffery Podcast and ADV Pirates at Facebook group, Puffery Podcast. Nicole, Marcel, and Henderson talk all things Adventura. And it is the best kept secret of podcasts. You need to check it out. You really do. You need to share it too. Great content. Not long. I wish it was longer. Great content. Their video looks a lot better than mine. Their audio is a lot better than mine, but that's not hard to do. But content's fantastic. The conversations are great. It just feels like you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people that love to smoke cigars and just hanging out. It's really, really great. And then if you want to hang out with a bunch of people that love smoking really, really good cigars and you're on the socials, who's not, go to the ADV Pirates Facebook group. Check them out. I highly recommend it. You'll see me over there. If they ask you if there's one of those early questions, they ask you questions to join. If they say, "Do you know Bob Scark?" I say no, because they might not let you in. Because I'm trouble. I'm that pirate that chews on rope. Right. I'm the guy that's sitting in the corner just, laughing to myself. So it's funny, buddy. Not funny. Fantastic. So today's Queen's Pearls. Tomorrow is King's Gold. If you have not watched the first ones, why not? I need the views and you need the laugh. The Explorer Day 1, the Navigator Day 2, the Conqueror Day 3, and then the Royal Return Queen's Pearls Day 4. Every last one of them has been extremely different. They are not the same, but there are some similarities in the blend quality. And I think if they go back like this, if they keep going in this direction, then I'll be able to say I kind of know Henderson's blend signature, which is kind of interesting because every blender has a different signature. So um, I'm only 4 in. I got 4 more to go. When I get farther down into this list, I'm going to be happy that I smoked those cigars. I'm going to be sad that there's no more cigars to smoke. I can see that. It's a Schrodinger cigar. Right. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow.